What screams we are not going to last long for couples? The way they speak to each other when they're not alone. I noticed this after my divorce and I started dating again, because you speak to these new people with a lot of respect and kindness. Then we'd get around married couples and they'd say awful things to each other in nasty snappy tones, and it was jarring. Fast forward 10 years and all those couples I noticed doing that are divorced now. When both make the atmosphere so uncomfortable when you are in their house. Walking on eggshells around your partner in terms of what you can and can't say. If you feel you can't disagree with your partner and/or voice your opinion without it turning into an argument. A recent personal experience I witnessed. The entire immediate family of one side of a wedding said it was a bad idea, and less than a month into the marriage one of them stayed at their mom's house for the night because they were fighting. Also, they got engaged as a result of a failed breakup attempt. If they have strongly conflicted plans for their future, either means they'll break up eventually or one or both of them will end up in an unhappy compromise. Breaking up every few minutes and then back together again. If one or both of the people are controlling over the other. Where are you? Hanging out with my cousins. Really? DC me RN. When one person wants to fix the other. If your relationship is a repair project, you didn't fall in love with who they are. You fell in love with what you want them to be. When he smashes her face in the cake at the wedding and she hates it. Lack of communication. Discussing every disagreement means screaming over each other, exploding, shutting off communications and/or running out of the room. So they won't be able to resolve anything in a constructive manner. If all disagreements end in arguments. Me and my partner disagree about a lot of stuff. But we can talk, discuss, and even sometimes agree with the other person's side. It'd be weird if you saw eye to eye on 100% of stuff too. I was at a party one time and there was a marriage counselor there that had been working for 20-something years in couples counseling. I asked her what the number one sign was that the couple wasn't going to make it. Without hesitating, she said if one person shows contempt for the other's feelings, it's over. Opening marriage to fix problems. Having a kid to fix their relationship. In my experience, *contempt/mockery *lack of communication /respect /empathy for the other person *glue babies *having a wedding as opposed to making a marriage * with the exception of children, consistently and habitually prioritizing others over theirs. So then there's the things that for me are default deal breakers: any kind of abuse, cheating, financial dishonesty, violence, gaslighting. This criteria also applies to their treatment of my children where applicable. Edit: since I don't seem to have been clear enough about what I meant regarding prioritizing the children, what I actually meant was my children are the only people I would ever drop everything and run for, over my partner. In day-to-day life, of course, your relationship with your partner is equally important. Edit 2: a glue baby is having a baby in an attempt to save a relationship. When you start calculating how much you give and receive in a relationship. I'm a big fan of John Gottman, a researcher on marital happiness and relationship stability. He can predict with over 90% accuracy which couples will make it and which couples will divorce just by observing how they interact. His books have a lot of insight into the little things you can do to build strength and resiliency into your relationship. According to him, it's criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. I think once you get to contempt, it's difficult to recover. Usually me. Tattoos of each other's names. If the relationship started by one of them cheating on their previous partner and then leaving them to be with this new person. I've witnessed 2 of these IRL and both of them ended with, surprise, more cheating. Like, I don't know why you'd possibly think starting a relationship with someone who you already know isn't faithful would be a good idea. Social media addiction. If the person constantly needs to show the world they have and that they are just so happy together, and then gets mad that the other doesn't post as much. Social media addiction ruins relationships. Joint Facebook account. Based on a study of relationship survivability, the number of negative events versus positive events. You need 5 to 1 positive moments for a relationship to succeed. I heard eye rolling is the most common sign of eventual relationship failure. It shows contempt, which is poison to any type of bond. Constant arguing. Why is constantly arguing normalized? Just arguing all the time. Doesn't matter what about. These things should not be public. Meeting in rehab. It never ends well. When they argue over insignificant things like buying the wrong type of spaghetti sauce. Edit, the spaghetti sauce was just an example, and honestly I was half asleep when I wrote the original comment. I should have switched argue with full-on screaming matches, insults, and name-calling. Regardless if someone bought the wrong spaghetti sauce, fights like that